That shit's inhumane in there right now. We got inmates killing each other, they dying in there. COs beating your knives this big. Like, they got machetes in there and shit. Like, it's bad. K2 epidemic in there right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy in South Bay right now. It's really crazy. Like.
Ain't got a moment. When they see you down, just know they love it.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Bounce Back Podcast. I'm your host, B. Luke. We got a familiar face in the house. We got an unfamiliar face in the house. East Boston in the house. So why don't we get into it? I'm gonna bring it over to you first, since the people may not know who you are. Why don't you tell them your name, where you're from, and a little bit about yourself?
DanaMMB, man, we here. You know, from Maverick, East Boston. Just got out working on this music. 23 years old, young, you know, here to, you know, tell a little bit about myself. Here I got Big Bro with me.
One more time for the people who maybe they're just tuning in, catch us on the algorithm.
I know this might be redundant, but if you ain't tapped in yet, get familiar. Shout out to B. Luke, man. You already know, man. Bounce Back Podcast, giving the real streets, the real niggas a voice, gangster.
Right.
I'm Mort Beazy, by the way. You already know. Y'all see me on the billboard, man. Gangster.
Hey, big salute, big congrats on that. So why don't you just tell us why you wanted to come up?
I'm from East Boston, young kid growing up in Eastie. You know, just a little bit different growing up than when he was growing up in East Boston. So it's like, I know you had him pull up here. I wanted to pull up here to let you know, people that's listening to the streets, basically a perspective of how it was my generation growing up in East Boston, how different it was and what we had to do growing up, what we went through just to survive, shit like that, you know, how we started rapping and where all this shit came about.
So why don't we just talk a little bit about the narrative, right? You had mentioned this on yours, but how people like to say, like, East Boston's not Boston.
Not
know,
the
Boston's
beam. It's not the beam.
Okay, what's up with that?
My thing with that, right? We don't want to be Boston.
Right. Come on,
whatever. We like that East in front of the Boston part. You know what I'm trying to say? We
Represent.
segregated. Do your math. Smallest island in the world. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, y'all can keep all that over there, but we'll stay with I like the East in front of the Boston. We don't want to be part of all that extra shit, bro. We Maverick America.
Get into a little bit about the East Boston culture.
The East Boston culture is like, it's lovely. It's like the Spanish food, the Italians is out there. We had to do certain shit growing up. Like honestly, we start life of crime young. I'm just getting to it right there. Life of crime, you start young. Early with it, you know, we don't wait until we like 19, 20, 18 when people start, we 12, 13, jumping into the shit head first, you know, getting taught how to move a certain way, and just like that, you know, it's just like, it's just a little bit different going up on my side. People just get the misconception because they hear East in front of the Boston, but we here to change the narrative on that, for real.
Okay, so talk a little bit about Maverick.
Maverick is a project house development out of East Boston. Boston Public Housing, just like every other projects. It used to be bricks. Back in 2006, they renovated it. It got brought up to be brand new. Now it's like townhouses now. And it's just lovely. Kids out there, lovely. It's just nice, beautiful park. If you go, we got the best view in the city. People come merch for that. And it's just, you know, come on this side, man. You gotta see for yourself, for real.
Gotcha.
We're different on this side.
Definitely.
Okay, so talk a little bit about the music.
It's so crazy because God rest his soul, my man's Jay Savile. Search him on music, he was a rapper. He started rapping first before me. He started in DEUCE, so I was in Harvard Street. They had like this little studio thing that we could do. Like if you do all right, you go to the studio at 7 p.m. and shit like that. So he started off by doing that. He was in DEUCE first. So we started hearing his shit. He's just fucking around with it and shit like that. We started hearing this shit. I go to DYS, you know? So now I'm here, I'm in the studio, whoop-de-whoop, everybody's rapping in front of me. There's a couple people that's been on the platform too that was there with me that could vouch for it. They there, they rap, everybody rap. They're like, yo, Dana, jump on this shit. I'm like, nah, man, I don't rap. That same night, I went to my cell and I wrote a little song. It's called DanaMMB, M's Anthem. It has like 40,000 views on SoundCloud to this day. And that's just how it started, man. I was just talking hard on that shit, you know. Probably indictments on that shit. You know, just 15 years old. I was 15 years old.
Statute of limitations, puppy.
And I stayed with it, and I slacked a lot on this shit. I was in and out for a while, in and out of jail, in and out of DYS for a long time. So I think now it's just finally waking up, noticing like, yo, I got the talent, I got people around me that's definitely willing to help me with this shit. So I'm just trying to, you know, lock in with this shit now, get my foot in the door for real.
Let's get a little bit into like events leading up to you having to go to DYS.
All right, so we're gonna start with my mom. She did everything she could while I was growing up, bro. You know, family of 4. She got 4 kids. Me, I got an older brother. I got 2 little sisters. She always worked the overnights. So, you know, as a young kid, my pops was in jail. So, you know, I'm at home a lot by myself in the streets. Mind you, I live in the project, so it's like I could just go outside and cross the street. My friend lives right there. My friend lives the next street over, around the block, you know? So I spent a lot of time outside. A lot of time outside doing this, doing that. Started acting up early, 12 years old, stealing bikes. You know how it starts, stealing bikes, coming home late, smoking the weed, early shit like that. By 13, I was already in DYS, you know? Larceny, unarmed robbery, shit like that by 13 years old. So it's like, it just started right after that. I feel like it's just the smoking weed. As I started smoking weed, I started saying skipping school, doing this, stealing so I could sell stuff to buy some weed, you know, shit like that. And then it just turned to robberies and shit like that, you know, selling drugs, all that shit.
So with your father being locked up and everything like that, what kind of male guidance did you have, if any?
Older niggas on the block,
Yeah.
you know, that's already been to jail, that's doing what they doing in the streets, that's, you know, just getting their money. Who do it with my friends, you know, that's my age, you know, that's all, we really only had each other.
Okay.
Most of our fathers wasn't in the picture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, all the older niggas are doing what they're doing, so it's like, there wasn't really no guidance. I got committed by the age of 16. I did 14 months for possession of a firearm. I was all over the place. I was acting up in DYS. Acting up. I kept getting extended. Because usually it's like 8 to 12 months when you catch a gun charge or whatever. I turned that to 14 months. Started acting up, you know, fighting the staff, getting caught with cell phones, whatever. You know, I ended up aging out. I did 14 months aged out when I was 18 years old, the day before my birthday. And, you know, after that, it was just like I think about 2 months later, I was already in South Bay. You know, 2 months after aging out, you know, so it's like, I couldn't.
That's usually what's up. They condition you for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I talked about
Prepared
that.
me to go to jail, basically, you know what I'm trying to say?
So now you go and talk about your first time in South Bay.
Basically, when I was 18, I got caught in like a stolen car or some shit like that. I was like 2 months after I aged out. And my bail was $1,000. But I had another case from a juvenile case, so they revoked it for 60 days, so I had to go sit 60 days in South Bay. When I tell you, that's just different, bro. We going at it with who we going at it with at the same time, you know? So it's like, you gonna have to fight, you gonna have to, you know, knuckle up. You might have to worry about this one having a shank, this person jumping you, this and this and that, you getting hit with this, whoop-de-whoop, all of that shit. So it's like, it's kind of the same shit. It be the niggas from Dorchester and Roxbury that don't be fighting in there and don't be standing on business and shit like that, you know?
Explain the Bay for somebody who's never been there.
That's just inhumane in there right now. We got inmates killing each other, they dying in there, COs beating your ass.
That's one thing I never heard about the
Knives
COs.
this big. Like, they got machetes in there and shit, like it's bad. K2 epidemic in there right now.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy in South Bay right now. It's really crazy, like,
Damn.
you know?
So
Filthy in there too, filthy.
talk a little bit about that, how much time you did in the Bay.
So I was just on national street status. They call it NAS status, so just pre-trial.
Okay.
I was there my first time there. I did the little quick 2 months, but recently I just did a little 6-month bid, no bails. Sat dangerous for a little bit, you know. Had to wait a little patient. I shouldn't have even waited that long, but you know how shit goes sometimes. You know, God works in His time.
Absolutely.
So I had to wait a little bit. I'm out now, you know. Now, this recent time me being in there, it's way different, bro. It's different in there now.
Difference.
Back then, it was just like, I don't know, like, I just don't know how to explain this shit. It's dangerous in there right now. Like, you feel me? It wasn't like that my first time in jail. Like, jail's jail, don't get me wrong. You feel me? But now everybody in there got shanks, nigga. Everybody
He was
in
calling
there,
me.
you know? For real.
I was
Every
holding
trip.
him down. Right.
Every trip.
Every trip.
You know? They got the free phone calls in there now. So now you got people fighting over the phone more.
Gotcha.
You know, everybody want to get on the phone. They got free everything now. Shit like that.
Was there issues now over the phones? Because they are
Definitely.
free now. Everybody
Definitely.
knows
You see
that
the
never
critics
got no
coming
love.
out.
Definitely. You see the people that never got on the phone for the 4 months you've been with them, they on the phone every day now. Doubling back, 3-4 phone calls at once, you know? So it's like, people's having trouble sharing the phones. You got certain niggas from certain hoods that's putting socks over the phone. You take that sock off, now it's a fight. You feel me? Just because you wanted to call your mom, you know what I'm trying to say? Now you in a hole.
Yeah.
Just shit like
It's
that.
a messed up,
Shit like that,
situation to
yeah.
be in. What kind of things was you doing with your time, like, to maybe better yourself? Are you reading? Are you starting
I was
to fine
working
tune your
out.
craft of rapping and working out, all of
Hitting the
that?
push-ups, hitting the jumping jacks, writing music, you know, Eating, definitely ate a lot. Eating, you know, smoking K2.
Yeah.
You know, that's your home brew. You know, regular shit.
I mean,
like everybody
talk about
else.
why you got into the K2. Is that something you did on the streets before?
Nah, it's like an epidemic in the jails right
I'm
now. It's
hearing
like
that, yeah.
it's like it's liquid K2. They spray it on paper. You know, they get in the jails. You know, little ass piece, the half of your fingernail. You know, make you trip out. It's really crazy in the jails right now. You feel me? People's having seizures. People's having episodes, going crazy, going to the hospital behind that shit.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy in there.
It's scary, man. I've definitely seen.
Almost everybody that goes to jail smokes that shit when they go.
I mean, why do you think that is? It's just because you're in jail. There's nothing
Niggas
else
want to
to
get
do.
high. Yeah, there's nothing else. Niggas want to get high. It's like a 15-minute high.
Yeah.
That's it, 15, 20-minute high. So you chasing. You just want to be high all day, shit like that, you know?
How's the come down?
The come down is regular.
Okay.
From it comes down to be mellow. Like you smoked a blunt of weed or some shit.
Okay.
You start getting a little bit mellow. You know, it's crazy, and it's really an epidemic. Like it's flooded in there in them jails right now. People going crazy, you know.
Yeah.
For real, that's a real big thing right now.
And what's the visit situation like there? It's not contact visits, right?
Now it is again.
It is. Okay.
They stopped it because of COVID.
Okay.
But they just reinstated about 6 months ago. Now people could come up. It's contact. You got to get approved. You get 3 people on your list.
Okay.
It's a nice contact visit there in South Bay.
Okay. Talk about the working out. How important was that for you? Why'd you get into
I took
that?
a long time to start. I was slacking for a while, but when I went to the hole, one time, and I knew that I was gonna be there for a little bit while, cause they got this thing in South Bay called ASU, Administrative Segregation Unit. When you go to the hole a few times, they're gonna ASU status you. They're gonna make you stay there for a little bit before you could get out the hole. Quick little 7-10 days. Nah, not no more. You gotta do your quick 7-10 days, and then you gotta do 3 weeks ASU, 3 weeks in ASU unit. You feel what I'm trying to say? So it's like I was there for 27 days, and I just got bored. So I started hitting my push-ups, hitting my jumping jacks, hitting my push-ups to kill some time. You know, I had a little schedule, so by the time I got out the hole, I stood on it, kept doing my push-ups, kept hitting my jumping jacks, because it was like a little routine for me now. It felt good. But it took for me to go to the hole for 27 days to finally take that step. So I was slack for a while.
In the hole does it take, unfortunately, before you start to get used to it? Or is there mental health issues going on in there?
I'll say, right, so they send mental health like once a week, like 3 times a week to come check on you. But it's definitely fucks with your head. But the first time there, it's gonna fuck with you. But if you've been in the hole before, you know how to live in the hole. You feel me? So like the second time you go, you're gonna be alright. Even if it's 2 years later, you go to jail, you go to the hole. You've done it before. You know how to do it. You feel me? You know you're capable of doing this shit. So I feel like you train your mind that first go around to, you know, be able to do the whole time. It definitely fucks people, bro. See people try to hang themselves, you know, pull stunts just to get out the cell a little bit longer. Shit like that.
And eventually you do get out of the hole.
So out of the 6 months I just did, I might have did like 2.5 months in the hole. One fight, got caught smoking, you know, got caught with a couple pages of DEUCE. Shit like that. But the last time I did 27 days. I went in December something. I ended up doing Christmas, New Year's in the hole. I got out the hole like January 10th. By February 2nd, I was coming home. So less than a month later, I ended up coming home. By February 2nd, I came home. I remember I got out the hole January 10th.
What are you noticing about not just yourself, but mental health in general, with everybody in there, man? People, all this
crazy,
violence
man.
is not normal.
It's not, but they make it normal in there. People look at it like, hey, you know, that's everyday shit. You know, you got people yelling at the phone with their girlfriends. You got people fighting in COs. You know, you got people telling on each other in there. You know, people having episodes on the K2. People fighting.
So talk about your plans.
So basically, I've been working, man. I've been working. I got an EP coming soon.
Okay.
For anybody that don't know, DanaMMB on SoundCloud and YouTube, you know, tap in. You know, I got an EP coming soon, you know, trying to get booked for a couple shows.
Okay.
You know, just been working and working. So by the time the summer hit, you're going to see a lot more of my name, man. For real. I vouch for that. For real.
Looking forward to just talk a little bit about the EP. Who's on it? I mean, when can we expect it?
I got fucking Mort Beazy might be the only nigga that's on it.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't really fuck with niggas, bro.
I hear that.
Yeah, I just gotta work on getting my name out there first before I start, you know, really fucking with niggas like that. Get my name out there first. But there definitely is a couple people out here in the city that definitely want to fuck with.
Yeah.
For real.
Talk a little bit about what you've been noticing about the Boston hip hop scene or music scene in general.
He's taking off.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely support it. Everybody in the city's doing their thing for real. Got a couple people out there, like I said, Nipsey, you know, Millie's, a couple people out there, Billy Bando, you know.
Okay. So
There's a couple people out there that's really doing their thing right now.
How would you describe your style?
I talk pain, I talk struggle, you
Pain,
know, I
dog.
talk to the trenches, I talk to niggas that been doing this, doing that since they was young kids, and you know, it's just something you roll up and smoke to, you know, shit like that, drink a bottle to, you know, talk pain, shit that niggas gonna fail, being in jail, being in the street, selling drugs, robbing niggas, you know, having to carry a gun, you know, shit like that. I talk music like that. I could also talk, you know, different shit, you know, and it's a lot that you guys gotta look forward to.
Do you feel
Real
like
for real.
coming up in the trenches and being accustomed to seeing this violence, whether it's on the street or in jail, DYS, do you think this is music can be like some sort of therapy for you? And why?
It's like very therapeutic, bro. You get in the booth and you lock in. I close my eyes, I lock in. It's like I have no problems at all.
Yeah.
Literally, it's literally the vibes in the studio be amazing. Like, I don't even know how to explain that shit. It's just such a wonderful feeling when you're in the studio and you see your man's recording and you know you're next and you're practicing and you could punch in and out, you know, just block all your problems out and focus on what you're doing in that one moment. It's just amazing. It feels good, bro, for real.
Talk about
really
like
do.
your first time in the studio. It's one thing when you're sitting there writing and then you're rapping it out loud, but then you hit the studio. I mean, things are a little different. You got to control the breath. You know, all
It's a
that
little
stuff.
bit different. How learning your flow.
Yeah.
This and that, you know, knowing how to punch in and out. I started with punching in and out.
Okay.
You know, cause I'm on some shit like, oh, this is my first time rapping. I can't go the whole can't go the whole time, you know.
Yeah.
So I started with punching in and out, in and out, in and out, to get it to how I wanted to sound. Now I could go in that bitch and record a song in like 20 minutes. All you gotta do is edit now.
Dope.
You know, it's just a little bit different now.
Talk about what's your favorite part of all this music thing?
Other people listening to, other people telling me like, yo, I fuck with it. You know, the feedback,
Yeah.
for real, negative and positive, the feedback, the criticism, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because it's going to help me be a better man in the long run, for real, better rapper in the long run.
Yeah, and I feel like sitting in these places like, you know, jail, DY, all of that stuff, it's like they take your voice from you almost too. So it's
Yeah.
kind of good to, now people could listen to you, hear your pain, when for so long, you know, we might have not had that opportunity. So do you have a name for the album coming out? Do you got it?
It's called Finally Motivated.
Finally Motivated. Okay, do you plan on doing music videos? And have you done
Definitely
a music
got
video?
some video. I got some visuals coming out. I got a visual coming out with Mort real soon. Should be dropped before the summer. Called Clear the Air.
Okay.
Make sure y'all stay tuned with that, man, because it's definitely going to be a movie.
Clear the air. Okay, talk a little bit about, do you got any shows lined up yet? Or
I
is
don't,
that something you're
because
working
I'm on curfew. Like I said, I'm on 7 p.m. curfew. I got the
Yeah,
GPS and shit like that, so I can't really do nothing. All the shows start
Yeah.
9 p.m. after.
I'm hip.
So I'm working on getting my shit extended, getting this shit off my ankle real quick. Other than that, I'm just trying to lock in studio time, shit like this, you know,
Yeah.
podcasts and shit like that. Get my name out there a little bit,
Absolutely.
you know. So by the time summer come, hopefully I got a good little curfew off the
Yeah.
bracelet. I can start hitting them shows, leaving
Okay.
the state, doing what I gotta do.
Is that something, the bracelet, is that something you're going to court for a case and all
Yeah,
that
I'm fighting a
stuff?
case,
Okay.
allegedly possession of a firearm. They got me on 7 p.m. curfew, GPS.
Okay, well.
Can't leave the house on the weekends, you know, shit like that.
Where do you see yourself in like 5 years from now?
5 years, bro, I want to be successful, bro. I want to, you know, make sure cause I got 2 kids, you know.
Salute to
So
the
I got to,
kids.
you know, do this shit for them, bro. I've been bullshitting for all my life, bro. I sat in the cell this last time, and I really sat it out and thought, like, yo, bro, what am I going to do for these kids, bro? Coming to jail back and forth ain't it, you know? Shit like that, you know? My BM can only take so much by herself. You know, so I came up with a little master plan, man. I got to, you know, in 5 years, I want to be definitely successful. Either, you know, even working a good-ass 9 to 5. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Niggas get that fucked up. You know, working a wonderful job, something like that, you know, in the union, something like that. If I got to do that, if this music shit don't work, you know, I got to really see what the fuck I'm going to do, because this shit ain't going to last forever, but being in these streets trying to sell drugs, bro. It's not going to last for years. It's good for now.
Right.
It's good for now.
Talk about fatherhood and what's that meant to you so far? Man?
Kids definitely changed my life, bro. I swear, bro. I was like 18 years old when I first got introduced to my son. You know, he's my stepson, by the way. He was 1 year old when I met him.
Okay.
Shit like that. I'm not gonna get too crazy on his dad, but you know,
That's all
I
good.
definitely stepped up and that's definitely my son and shit like that.
Salute to you
Had
for
my
that.
daughter when I was 21 years old. She's 3 now.
Okay.
You know, she's getting big. My biological daughter, she's getting real big. These kids, they love me. The father is the best.
Awesome.
You know, I wouldn't change it for nothing, bro.
That's
For
amazing.
real. I want like 5 kids.
I hear you, man.
For real, though.
Kids are beautiful. Their energy is just
It's
so
amazing.
amazing.
It's
Bro.
amazing. It's so dope. Just being so innocent. Being so innocent, but only you could change that. Only you could change their innocence, for real.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Being so innocent is just the best.
What are you looking forward to as far as being a dad and with your kids moving forward?
I want my kids to be situated. I want to make it that by the time my kids turn 18, I got enough money to be like, you know what? Let me put you in an apartment and pay your rent for a year. Let me do it with you too, son. You know what I'm trying to say? Find a job so after that year's up, you could whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, buy my kids a car. You know what I'm trying to say? Send them off to put trust funds and shit so they could go to a college when they turn 18 and shit like that. You know, that shit that we gotta realize now, or it's too late. Cause then when they come our age, they're gonna do what I did to my mom. Yo, mom, why you ain't do this for me when I was younger? Why you ain't do that for me when I was younger? Like, I don't even got a passport, bro.
Me neither.
Like, you feel me? Like, I want to do all that shit for my kids, bro. Like, get them passports, everything situated for them. So when they 18, 19 years old, they don't got nothing to worry about besides going to school. Continue to go to school, you know?
Word. Well, salute
Set
to
them
all
up.
salute to all the moms out there and all that stuff. But why do you think it's important for there to be a man in the house to be there for these children?
I'll tell you exactly why. Because, right, dad is that stern voice. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking nothing from the moms. You know what I'm trying to say? They hold it down. They do everything they're supposed to do. But kids know what and what not to do with when the dad's around. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, even when I was in jail, my kids would be acting up. My BM would put me on the phone like, yo, he's acting up, talk to him. I'll yell at my kids through the phone, and they'll still listen with me through the phone. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't even have to be present.
Right.
Just hearing that voice, that stern voice, like I'm not messing around with you right now. You know what I'm trying to say? Also, it's because, like, fathers play a big role, bro, nowadays, bro. Like, this generation is crazy. Kids are growing up fast. Girls are growing up fast, bro. Like, I don't know what my daughter got in the books for her by the time she's 21. You know what I'm trying to say? The way this generation is going, I got to be around, bro. Guide her to show her, don't do this, don't do that. My son as well. You know what I'm trying to say? He's a boy.
Yeah.
For me, I was a young teenager before. I know the shit he's going to be thinking and wanting to get into. For me? So we got to be there, bro.
So what are some lessons that you plan on kind of instilling in your son when he gets, you know, obviously he might be a little too young now, but when he gets to that age where you're going to start to teach him how to be a man?
Don't let nobody fuck with you. You know, always handle business. You know, we don't hit females. That's the one thing we don't do, bro. We're not going to don't hit, well, let me be easy with that one. You don't hit your wife, you know what I'm trying to say? You know, we don't get into that, you know. Take care of business, bro. Be a man. That's it.
So what about your daughter? What are some things that you kind of have her look out for as far as men?
How you could tell if a man really likes you, what he would do to show you that he really likes you, like, you know, to show you like I'm a man. Like, honestly, I don't want you, like, look out for the red flags that you see in me. Honestly, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't want somebody like me. Honestly, even though that's what they shoot for, you know, because they love their dads. You know what I'm trying to say. They want somebody like their dads. You know how that shit go. So I'm trying to paint a picture. By the time she's grown, I have my life fully intact by then, bro. You know. Organized and, you know, everything situated, so I'll be a better role model for my daughter so she's not shooting after a guy that I was like when I was 18. You know what I'm trying to say? That's my biggest fear, having a baby girl, you know? My 18-year-old self dating my daughter, you know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
It's just fucked up.
It's wild to think about. Tell the people who may not know or try to, like, deter maybe, you know, somebody from going to jail. Like, tell them what's the worst part in your opinion about it.
About going to jail?
Yeah.
Everybody giving up on you. Everybody turning their back on you. People saying they love you. They're not there for you, bro. They're not there for you, bro. Your girlfriend, your baby mother, your best friend, bro. You feel what I'm trying to say? You're going to be in there by yourself, bro.
Yeah.
I swear to God, you might have about 1, 2 people that you could call, bro. That's it.
And how does that feel when you realize that?
That shit hurt, bro. That shit hurt for real. You crying there. You just find yourself crying, bro.
Yep.
You feel me? When people that tell you they love you, bro, and it's like And they promise you, bro. When you get locked up, people's gonna promise you, bro. People's gonna promise you that they love you, that they got you, that you're not gonna do it alone. You're gonna find yourself doing that shit alone, bro. All odds against you, bro. Back against the wall by yourself, nobody to call. Only your mother, bro.
Yeah.
My mother had me the whole time, bro.
Yeah, salute to the moms, my
For
moms.
real.
Yeah, facts. Bro.
Everybody turned their back, and my mother never did. My mother had me the whole time, but make sure I was straight, bro.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Talk to me about what are kind of some things that you would try to tell to these kids in DYS so they don't go through the cycle of what's next. Oh, county, even state. Some people go
This shit
right
is
to the
not
feds.
cool. This shit is not cool at all, bro. DYS is fun. Don't get me wrong. And I know a couple niggas gonna say, yeah, DYS is fun. As soon as you hit South Bay, bro, all that shit's out the window, bro. It's no free nothing. It's not no cow zones. Niggas, no subs. Niggas not doing none of that. I swear to God. Straighten up. Tight. Little niggas better tighten up right now, bro. Cause it's getting real, bro.
Right.
You hit the county, it's different, bro. You gotta fight. You gotta, do what you gotta do. You might get knocked out. You might get stabbed.
Yeah.
You get real. It's not DYS. What DYS is a quick 4 or 5 second fight. 10 seconds is done.
Yeah.
In the jail, you got a minute, 2 minutes. You know how long that is, bro? That's a long time fighting, bro.
Okay. What if
Anything can happen.
What if one of these kids asked you like, how do I stay out? How do I not go back?
Watch who you hanging around. I swear to God, hang around niggas that want to get money, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck all that shit. It's not cool no more, bro. It's 2024, bro.
Yeah.
If you jumping off the porch in 2024, just give it up. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Just get some money, bro. Get some money. That's gonna help you. It's gonna save you. Get some money, for real, for real.
Absolutely.
Get some money.
If there was anything else that you wanted to touch on while you was up here?
Appreciate my man B. Luke for having me up here and shit, Real nigga from the trenches coming through, East Boston Maverick shit,
Appreciate you.
Shout out to all the youngins in Maverick, man, coming up. My nigga Buggy, my nigga Smokey J, all my niggas, man, that's rapping. Shit like that, man. My nigga for show, all my niggas, man. Love niggas, man. Just, keep pushing. Keep doing it. All the young niggas out there, keep going, bro. Don't be scared to work a job. Don't be scared to, switch who you hanging around and shit like that. And just move tack, bro. Stay dangerous, bro.
Run the Instagram, anything like that, social media, one more
Follow
time.
me on IG, man. Official DanaMMB. We here, man. Facebook certified DanaMMB. You know how we coming, man. Snapchat DanaMMB226, man. Tap in with me, man. Shout out Mort Beazy, man. Shout out my nigga B Luke, man, on dogs.
Bro, I appreciate you coming through.
that,
I wish we
boy.
had more time. I know you got
can't, I
curfew
gotta
and all
shoot.
that. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Guys,
man.
it is what it is. Remember, what's next is what you make it. The Bounce Back Podcast, like a bald dude. We out of here.